Hello, we are going to go over the worksheet today. First, we'll start with a warm-up. So I will once again go over the first one with you, and you can do the second one on your own. To find the area of these, you have to cut them up. There's no formula for the area of an irregular polygon. So we have options to cut up the first one. I could cut it up like that. And if I do that, I end up with two rectangles that I need to find the area for. So for my first rectangle, I know that one dimension is 3, and then the other would be down here. But I don't know the length of the bottom. I can figure it out though, because I know that it would be 5 and 2. So the whole thing would be 7. So for my first piece, I have an area of 3 times 7. So it's 21. For my second part, I have one side that's 2, and then the other side that's, I can figure that out though, because if this whole thing is 6 and this part is 3, then that means this part needs to be 3 as well. So for my second rectangle, it's the area of 2 times 3. And I can add those together because it's all of the area of that. So 21 and 6. So I get an area of 27, and it's centimeters squared. So the next one you will do on your own, and you need to make sure that you are watching with volume. I cannot stress that enough. Watch with volume. So make sure you are watching with volume. You're going to finish up the warm-up and turn that in. Next, we're going to work on the worksheet. So skip down to question number 7. We're doing these because the first one, because it's got fraction in it. Nobody likes fractions. So watch with volume. All right, so those of you that are watching with volume, do not write down what I'm going to write down, because you're going to have to erase it. So just wait. Please make sure you are watching with volume. Okay, so for question number 7. We want to first get rid of that fraction, because who wants to work with a fraction? So to undo divide by 3, we can multiply by 3. So we get v plus 9 is equal to 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. Then it's just a simple one-step equation. We need to subtract 9. All right, so then we end up with 24 minus 9. And what is that? V is equal to, and if you're watching with volume, you can hear my answers, 15. V is equal to 15. Very nice. Question 8. We can distribute first. That's one way to do it. We can distribute. If we distribute, then we get 2 times n, which is 2n. 2 times 5 plus 10 is equal to -2. This is a 2-step equation. We need to first subtract 10. So we end up with 2n is equal to negative 10 minus 2, so negative 12. And our very last step, we're multiplying by 2, so we will divide by 2. So we end up with n is equal to negative 12 divided by 2, and that is negative 6. Watch with volume. Question number 9. I'm not doing question number 9 with you because that's a simple two-step equation, but I will do question number 10 with you. Question number 10. We have a fraction. Nobody really likes fractions, but we have to first take care of this minus 10 part. You can't. This one you could multiply first because there was nothing else over here, just a fraction. Anytime you have addition or subtraction, you have to take care of that first. So first, we will add 10. So 10 minus 6 equals n divided by 2. Ooh, one simple step. I'm dividing by 2, so over here I can multiply by 2. Easy peasy. So I end up with n is equal to 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is easy. It's 8. Good job. Those of you that are working question number 9, you can pause the video and you can work question number 9. And then when you're ready, then unpause the video and I will tell you what the answer is. Okay, the answer for question number 9, it is x is equal to 9. X is equal to 9. All right, we're going to flip over and work on some questions on the back. Question number 13. This one's just got more steps. It's not any more complicated, it just has more steps. First thing that we need to do, we need to distribute. So we will distribute and rewrite everything. Oops. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay. Now we have k's on both sides. So we have negative 6k and we have 18k. You have to figure out which one's bigger. Well, 18 is bigger than negative 6. So let's bring that one over to be over here. So we'll bring over, and so we will end up adding 6k. Another thing you can go ahead and do, because we want to get the k's all by itself, let's go ahead and bring over the 6. So if we're adding 6 on the left, we will subtract 6 on the right. So we end up with negative 18 minus 6. We are getting more negative. So we end up with negative 24. And positive 18 plus 6, we get 24. Wow, we only have one step. We want k all by itself, so we will divide by 24. What is negative 24 divided by 24? Very good. It is equal to negative 1. Watch with volume and you can get your answers. Question number 14. First step, we want to distribute. So 5n plus 34 is equal to, we have negative 2 times 1, so we get negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 7, so negative times negative is positive, so positive 14n. So again, we have n's on both sides. We have 5 and we have 14. Which one's bigger? 14's bigger. So we'll bring over the 5n by subtracting. Let's go ahead and take care of the minus 2. We can add it to the other side. So we will bring over, subtract 5n, bring over, add 2. 34, 35, 36 is equal to 14 minus 5. So we get 9n. Sweet. One last step. Inverse of multiply by 9 would be divide by 9. We are almost finished. 36 divided by 9. 36 divided by 9 is 4. So your answer is 4. Watch with volume and you can get the answers. We are almost finished. I'm going to do one more question with you. It's an if-then question. If-then. So for the if-then questions, they're always done in two parts. We have if and then. First step, second step. When you're working these, every single time you're going to do the first step, pretty much 9 out of 10 times you're going to get a fraction. It's going to be ugly. But when you plug it into the then part, you always end up with a nice, pretty whole number. So let's do this. If. So we want to solve for x. First, we can distribute. 2 times 3 is 6. X. 2 times 1 is 2. All right, we want to get x all by itself. So we need to subtract 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. And one last step, I need to divide by 6. Okay, so this is what I was saying. That first part, we get x is equal to 1/6. It's ugly. That's okay. We just finished our first part. If you're doing TSI, they're always going to have that as one of your answer choices. Don't pick it. You have to take that and you have to plug it in. So it says 12 times x, so 12 times 1/6. We learned the first few weeks of school that like if you can reduce first, it'll make multiplying easier. 12 and 6, that can reduce. So 6 goes into 12 2 times. So now you're just multiplying straight across. We end up with 2 times 1. So we end up with 2 as your answer. Final answer. All right, you're going to finish up this worksheet, and for questions 21 through 24, all of them, you're going to first solve for x. When you solve for x, you're going to get a fraction. And take that and you're going to plug it in and you should end up with a whole number. So also on the whole worksheet, there are no fraction answers. None of them. None. So if you get fractions as your answers, you did something wrong. Please try and work it on your own and then work with your friends. If you are still having trouble with you and your friends, then come and ask me for help. Don't sit there and not know what to do. Make sure that you're checking the timer so that you know how much time you have, and budget your time wisely. And we will grade our homework, so make sure that you stay on task. And that is it for today.